Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you, my special ones? You seeds of the earth who makes the world a better place. Thank you for being you. And thank you for watching our video. Please, if you enjoy this video, thumb it up. Please, if you don't like it, thumb it down. Hope not. But if so, thumb down, thumb up. At least it shows that you're interested.
Yes.
And it also shows that we're giving you what you want, what you want.
Yes.
As for an example, giving what you want. Well, the Braxtons is giving me what the hell I want, okay? Because I'm feeling myself on this thing. Whoo, yeah, I got issues. I mean, what I love about this is the best reality show on TV that I know of.
It really is.
Now, a lot of people, sometimes you can't please people. When there's nothing on and everything, these housewives are boring as hell. They're so scripted and people get fired for dumb stuff. Yes. But here, you can't fire nobody.
No.
What? Because they the show. They the cast. You can't fire no one.
Yeah, that is true.
Either you sign up or you don't. Mm-hmm. If you make a bookie, instead of them getting rid of it on the Real Housewives, they need to film that stuff.
Yes.
Keep it there and film it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the Braxtons are doing.
Yes.
Now I got issues. Baby, come, take us in.
Okay, well, it started off with Tony talking about how she was on the phone with Trina talking about how Trina and Tawanda was going to go to DC to go check on Kevin Jr. And Tony was saying that she really hopes that Kevin Jr. can fix or mend his relationship with his father, because especially after this whole public outing that they've had with Tracy Braxton's now ex-husband, or was husband.
What did you say? They had an outing.
Yes, a public falling outing with with Tracy's husband at the time.
I wouldn't say that, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's the way Tony put it. But anyway, Tony wants the family to mend things with Kevin Jr.'s father. So basically this entire episode is about Kevin Jr. and Kevin.
Did you finish?
Yes.
Do you want to go say some more?
No,
okay,
you can go.
Thought, no, I'm going. I'm going in.
That was a nice segue.
Each character, I'm telling you right now, you all may not like me, and I'm telling you, I love Toni Braxton. I do. I think she's a sweetheart, but I can see she can be a bitch.
Okay.
I see it. But she's a sweetheart. She's nasty. She's nasty. I see it. Toni have a lot to say about a lot of things. But what Toni does, I gotta say it. Hold me back, baby phone. Hold me back. Don't let me say it. Toni uses her sickness when it's convenient.
Okay.
When it's convenient, she uses it.
I like that.
Oh, my heart is so bad, but you're going to do this program.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't travel and I care so much about little Kev, but you don't show up. Because it's always about what you do and your job. Come on and talk to me.
It is always about Toni's job.
She always come off like I'm the reasonable one. And I'm the one that just don't like a lot of drama because you know my lupus. And you know now my heart. But you always working.
Yes. That's true.
And the doctors told me that I could die any day. And I believe all the things she's saying.
Of course.
No, I'm not denying it. Mm-mm. But then if she goes back to, why didn't you show up? The thing that kills me about her and Tamar.
Okay.
Tamar claimed she was close to Lil Kev.
The oldest and the youngest.
And then you see Toni, I'm concerned. You don't call? I think this is what Lil Kev is talking about. Y'all all around me now.
Mm-hmm.
But where were you for the last 25 years of my life? But now that my mother's dead and we in all this drama, y'all all around me. I want to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to run to you for my issues. If I come to you, you know it's real.
Yes.
Other than that, what I hear him say, where the hell were you? Y'all wasn't like that when mommy was here. When my mom was here, of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. And the mother, I give her a pass because I don't know if she was sick or not.
Yeah, we don't know where Miss E was on this big
Because her
family
husband was
meeting.
there, her ex-husband, and she still ain't over it. That's sad.
That's probably why she
This
didn't
is
go.
why I'm telling you, those girls had men problems because of their mother. And I know, not for a fact, speculating, that she was a hard taskmaster.
Okay.
It's clear she ain't taking no crap, and it's clear that she hit them girls. Because they scared of her even as a grown woman. I don't think they scared of her like biting their teeth, but they scared to get on her wrong side.
Yes.
And I understand that fear ever so well because my mother was like that. She might still be like that, but I can't live under that. I can't live under anyone dominating over me. When I'm a grown woman and been where you've been, I haven't walked in your shoes, but I have been where you've been, and I lived my life, and I'm grown, and you're going to respect me just like you want respect, even though you're my mama.
Fair enough.
I'll never do nothing to disrespect you, but if you disrespect me and you push me, I'm sorry. It is what it is. When do you cut the apron strings and say, you know what, this is unacceptable?
Mm-hmm.
You can't humiliate me like this. I'm just saying. And when Miss Evelyn rises from her throne.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Miss Evelyn, Miss E. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you my observations. And you don't have to agree. But that's what I see. And I see Lil Kev, they making it out. Now, you know, I look at all the interviews. Little Kevin saying that, well, I'm just calling him Kevin Jr. Yes. Kevin Jr. says that he does talk to his father. Mm-hmm. And that is a problem. And that, you know, he feels bad. I understand that.
Yeah.
I do, I get it. And I understand the father. My thing is this. Was there any cohesion or any this? Because I hear Tawanda and Trina saying she told us this before she was sick. I don't believe that this woman was talking about her death when she wasn't even 50 years old. I don't believe that she sat around and said, you know, y'all, remember when I die, I don't buy it. I call BS on that.
Okay.
It's so clear to me. It's amazing how they all coming out, especially Trina, who's working my last nerve. Mm-hmm. I don't even recognize her.
Well, I do have a question on that. Apparently, at least according to the way that family friend lawyer said, that Trina recorded her sessions when talking and discussing how she wanted the will to be along. So I think that maybe...
Say that she wanted the will to what?
That, you know, how she left, what's his name, Kevin Jr. in charge of her will, and she filmed or recorded these sessions, I guess just in case when she died in the discrepancy. That is true.
But they ain't showing nothing.
You're right.
You filmed it, but you're not showing.
You're right on that.
And we what? We get ready to go into our 5th episode?
Yes, we are.
So you ain't shown nothing, but y'all filmed this. Apparently she wanted this done, but we see no evidence.
You're right. You are right.
I got issues. And I got issues with Trina. And I hear some of the bloggers that really don't like Tawanda.
I can believe it. She's
now I understand. It had to take me here because I'm not easily persuaded by other people. I think her and Trina are cruel. Okay. I think they're cruel. I think that they think they're nice. Tony is not cruel.
No.
I think she could just be distance herself, but always using her sickness or her work as an excuse.
That's true. She does.
Either it's her sickness or her job.
Yep.
She stays away from a lot of the family drama. And she tries not to get caught up in it. She does. So she wasn't there at this togetherness, right?
Nope, she wasn't.
Tamar wasn't there. No.
I think Tamar was
was not there.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear her voice?
No.
Where is Tamar going to be that you ain't going to hear her?
You're right on that one.
Or you won't see her. She's the main character. Tamar Tamar and Tony are the biggest ones in the family. Tamar don't need the show. She's got an album coming out. She's got a book. She works for Dish Nation. She does. So Tamar
Has her
don't
own
need
candle line.
Yeah, she's doing a lot. She doesn't need it. Tamar got issues, but she's the first to admit it.
Yes, she will.
But she was the one who said, "I'm close with little Kevin Jr." You ain't close? He made that clear to me. None of y'all are close to me. I call y'all. I appreciate everything you are doing.
Yes.
But don't expect me to call y'all for everything. It's like I haven't been doing it. I gotta be a man. What was he? He's 27.
Yeah, could be 27, 28.
He's 27. I think he'll be 28 in February, I think. I don't know. But my thing is, so let's go on down. What else happened?
Yeah.
I got a lot to say.
Well, okay, moving on from, and speaking a little bit about Tawanda. We learned a little bit about Tawanda because it seems like Tawanda's storyline has really been focused on Kevin Jr., but I think that's to keep off the heat of her marriage. Oh, okay. I think that's just to keep the heat off of her marriage and the fact that Sean had, surprisingly, I'm not sure how many years ago, but had asked for Tawanda's hand in marriage and has yet to marry her. So that's a little bit of backstory about what's going on in Tawanda's life. Would you like to mention?
Did you hear Tawanda when they said, we thought that having Kevin Sr. on would be good? He should be on the show.
He should.
How is the Kevin going to heal when his daddy and him, they're not estranged? That's what they are saying. But I heard Kevin say in an interview when he was talking to Tawanda, my dad and I are getting it together. I hear the father say one thing. Now, the father ain't never say nothing bad about these kids, these women, as far as I know. I don't understand it. Now, let me tell you how I feel. If I was him, I would be humiliated and insulted.
Yes.
What? How dare you, Tracy?
After 28 years.
28 years of marriage? And you humiliate me like this. Why? So was that marriage a facade? I would never. If I want to leave my daughter something, I'm going to leave her. But I am not. I'm trying to figure, did she leave him anything? Because he said he had to move out the house. Did she leave him anything?
That's up in the air. All we know is that Kevin Jr. is in charge of the will. So I guess whatever that means.
Why would she do that to your husband? They've been lifelong partners. They've been through that BS up and down. She left him. When they were on the show, she defended her husband. The one thing Tracy loved was her family outside of her sisters. Her husband, because she never let him go, and that baby, her son. She gave up her career for her family. And now all this garbage and vomit is coming out of yesteryears.
Yeah.
When she was alive, y'all didn't want to deal with it. Nope. She would cry, do everything. Y'all didn't want to deal with her. Now that she's dead and you don't have to worry about her coming and speaking forth, now all this stuff is coming out.
You know what?
And how would Tracy feel knowing you blackballing her father? Y'all might as well say y'all done split the family.
Y'all really
their family. Even if you don't like them. And as far as all of you, Miss Evelyn, Tony, Tawanda, Trina, and Tamar, shame on you for the blackballing her wedding. That's why y'all feel guilty. Y'all were so into what y'all felt was right and put y'all emotions in it that you missed them all.
They really did.
Maybe he needed it. How would you feel to be cut out of everything? You've been with this woman for 28 years. I could cry about that. Not that I feel sorry, but 28 years. And this is humiliating. For whatever reason, we stayed together. This man, I keep hearing this man say, We were together for death do us part. We have been together. This is what he keeps saying. Look at his video. It's like we were together till death do us part. Like he's still stuck there. And he's treated like an outcast.
He really is.
And the very mention of his name, Trina tremble and Tawanda about gas.
Yes.
This is horrible for you to be so godly. What would Christ do? For you to sing so godly, you have lack of love. I'm not saying he's right. Has nothing to do with that. But if you cared so much about Junior,
yes.
Caesar would be there. How you gonna mend the son and ignore the father? Come on, help me, somebody.
That is true.
Or maybe I'm just being too religious.
No, because that's Junior's
because that's what they are, right? Mm-hmm. But the father showed up. The brother, and another thing. The word is going out that, they weren't in. That's not true. They came up. He wasn't on the list, rightfully so, because the family had blackballed. We ain't thinking he's coming. But they said that when they knew who he was, they let him in. He didn't get to sit in the front because it was already taken probably from his family and friends. And he sat on the fourth row. Ain't nothing wrong with sitting on the fourth row because the first five rows go to the family.
Okay.
Like the first 5 rows. So he was up front and personal.
Mm-hmm.
But he showed up. He put his feelings aside.
That's true.
And he went. The brother put their feelings aside and went. And who all went? They were there. Why? Because they were close to them. You girls wasn't close with her like that.
No.
Come on.
At this point, I'm starting to question if that's what Tracy really wanted.
What do you mean?
Because they're always saying, this is what Tracy wanted. She
That's
didn't
what
want to have no funeral. She wanted to leave everything to Kevin. This is what Tracy wanted. So let it be. And I'm just like, okay, is this really
But
what Tracy
he was
wanted?
married to her for 20 people. She loved him. He was there. You don't know married couples. They say things. He feels as though something wrong with her. Something snapped at the end because she would never do this to me. This is what he's feeling. She would never do this to me. That's how imagine you was married to somebody for 28 years. You know that the girls don't like you. You know her family don't like you. At least some of them. Mm-hmm. But clearly the father liked him. Clearly the brother liked him.
Yeah. The guys don't have a problem.
It's the girls. But for y'all not to show up, only reason because that's not what Tracy wanted. It may have not been what Tracy wanted, but it's what her husband needed. If I tell you, baby Crone, hey, look, at the point of my death, I don't want nobody there. But if my mother is still alive and my mother said, I know she didn't want it, but please, you know what? There are so many people that just need to say goodbye. You don't have to pay for nothing. Could you just, what would you say? You're going to say, no, because that's not what Tracy wanted. That's not what my mom wanted. Is that what you would say? Be honest.
Yes, initially I would have said no because that's not what you wanted. So to respect you and your wishes.
But you're not giving it. You're not giving anything. You're not putting your money. All you're doing, so you won't even show up because that's what we're talking about. You see, I think people getting that mixed up.
Yeah, you're right.
She didn't say don't come to a function. I don't want a funeral. Don't you give me a funeral. Who's to say that she could have said that to her husband? Mm-hmm. She couldn't, the lawyer said that he had it. I hope little Kevin get the tape and play it.
Yes, please.
I'm just so sick and tired of all these third parties saying what Tracy said, but we don't have no evidence of what Tracy said. Mm-hmm. All I know is I followed this show from top to bottom.
Okay.
And I live in the state of Maryland. And they were a very private bunch. The only thing I started knowing about I knew their church in Braxton's and everything, went there. I visit. So I know them. They didn't stand out but they were a private family. We knew them as a family of sisters, and they could sing. And the Braxtons would come at preachers at different churches and stuff like that. So I knew of them, and they could sing. You know, he could just call on them to sing at any moment, any time, and they'll blow a song.
Okay.
That's how in sync they were. And Tracy was with them. But fame and this TV thing, them ripped them apart.
It really has.
And it would with anybody. Anyone. And I'm telling you, I've seen it with the Kardashians, rip. They all a facade.
They really are.
Come on. You know,
they work together
and you know that the two oldest don't get along.
No.
So come on. But they know how to hide it.
Yes.
What I love about the Braxtons, they being real though. They being in your face, real. They're not covering it up. But I don't appreciate it. And that bond I'm about through with you, how is it that he is so? When he asked about the drink, he was asking her what they wanted. How he gonna rise up and be that big? Trina Lover. But go ahead.
Yeah.
What was the drink? He offered. She heard him. I guess she wasn't worried about him like that. I got you, but let me find out what they. That's how I.
Yeah, even she said it in the little confessional. She said, "When it comes time for sports, I don't get no love nor affection. It's just sports."
Why would I want that? We settle. And I'm not saying he ain't a man. I'm not. But it's something about him. I have to trust me. It's something about him that annoys me to my bone.
Even Tawanda kind of clocked it. She's like, "I'll wait."
And her boyfriend raised his hand like, "What the hell is this?" Like, And can you imagine? He's been like that on camera in the kitchen, but Trina did turn around, like I know that Sagittarius would, and said, "What, honey? What are you doing?" As if this is this bull crap he does. And she covered him up again.
She did.
With, he's like that with the game. Don't tell nobody that. Because the games are seasons. It ain't like a game on the day. This is seasons.
That's true.
This is a season. This is like 3 to 4 months of being neglected.
That's true.
And the way I see him in the kitchen, they don't work well together. I don't care what anybody. That's how I see it.
It's true.
He's too big. He's too awkward. He's all over. He's in the camera. He's just ooh. But she need a Sue-Staff. So that's what he is, a Sue-Staff. So I get it. I'm not saying get him away from the kitchen, but when you love somebody, love that you see what you want to see. And to me, he doesn't have the respect for Trina. And I wonder, is it because to me, this may not be the right word. It seems like he see her as dizzy.
Oh, okay.
Like he see her as a dizzy broad. Like she dizzy. I love her, but she dizzy. That's how, and she comes off as dizzy.
Yeah, so I could see that.
She come off as dizzy. But I don't know if she's drinking or not. But whatever's going on, she's drinking and eating herself to oblivion. She should, and
for the last 2 years, apparently.
And let me say it. I adore Trina, but this Trina, I don't know. Tawanda is being Tawanda. Trina, I don't know her. I don't know this Trina. I don't know her. I have never known Trina to have so much mouth.
Oh.
I never known Trina. Maybe she didn't show it. I don't know. I never known Trina to have so much venom.
It could be Vaughn.
Sometimes we become our partners. Is that true? Remember that guy you was dating a long time ago? You start acting like him. I said, she acting like Vaughn.
Yeah.
That's not the Trina. Trina was not like this. And if she was, I didn't see it. I'm telling you, the sweet Trina is gone. She just turned to an old woman. She got old ways and she's funny.
She is.
But it's something about her is bitter. And they want to know why they struggling? Because y'all didn't show up at our funeral.
That's true.
Y'all didn't have to give it. But for little Kevin, who y'all so much love,
Mhm.
and y'all care about him so much.
Yes, they do.
Tawanda might just as well say, she just as well has said, if the only way Kevin Sr. show up will be over my dead body.
Pretty much what she said.
And Trina, amen, sister, our body. That's what I heard. It's sad.
Yeah.
How you going to mend and you care about the farm, you care about the son, but you don't care about him being close? This doesn't make sense to me. Somebody, please make it make sense.
It really doesn't.
I'm about finished. Go ahead.
Well, we pretty much almost covered everything here and there. Because it was really all about, like I said at the beginning, about Kevin Jr. and what he's going.
Do they really care about Kevin Jr.? Because if you really cared about Kevin Jr., y'all couldn't let the father be there so they could talk about these things?
Thank you.
And let the father say no. At least you're offered. If it's about healing, how you going to heal and separate a father? It's just like a mother saying, I want to help you and I want to be there for you, but I'm going to turn your child against you. What?
They basically do what Miss E do. Avoid coming because her ex-husband's there.
That's what it appears to be, but she could have been under the weather. I don't know. I don't know. She didn't show up she didn't even show up at the funeral. So that's those girls, I know my family, somebody would have showed up as a representative. Even if they was against it. Even if they was against it. They would have showed up. They would have looked beyond what they felt and looked at that young man and showed up for him.
Fair enough.
And the father, y'all look at that man like he ain't a part of the family. That woman slept with that man. She was sick with that man, drunk with that man, cook with that man, sex with that man, fuss with that man, food with that man, forgave that man, travel with that man. That's been her life.
Yeah.
And y'all treated him like he was your husband. You don't have to like him. And he doesn't have to like you. But for the sake of your nephew, make peace. Make peace with that. How he gonna ever heal and you're broken?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's how I have an issue with it. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are.
I'm not saying y'all have to like each other. But it should be, well, it's too late. But I know this. This is a very good show. It's very good. It's good. But what I don't want, if y'all come back, don't come back with this. I don't think I'll watch. It's very stressful.
It is.
It is sad. But all at the same time, it's good. And it's riveting. Why? Because it makes you look at your own situation.
Yes.
Your own family. For good or for bad. It makes you look at it all. And make you analyze. It will touch the very soul of you if you allow it. When you begin to understand the dynamics of it.
Yeah.
And so far to me, when they put Tamar in, she was so out of place. I was like, if this, I said to baby, "Is the show going on?"
Yeah, I was getting ready to make
on
that comment.
whole nother vibe. I'm like,
exercising, talking about herself, nothing to do with Kevin Jr.
Nothing to do with this. She ought to have not filmed. It's like an outcast. Like, why are you there? This is supposed to be the therapy. It shows division. Why is she there?
I don't know.
This is supposed to be about amending, not her. And I don't know. I'ma call it. Can I call it?
Yes, you
She
can.
a bad head. That's what they say. You're not supposed to say that F word. That's not what I feel or anything. But that's what they call women that like to hang around gays. And every time Tamar's best friends are gays. And I was taught that may not be what is that? Hag. They're hags that hang around gay men. Why is it? It's always a gay man.
You're right.
Always a gay man. Always a gay man. It's always that. She just. I'm not saying anything bad to gays. I'm not saying anything about that. But even the gays complain about it. Even the gays say, we good for you to hang around, help you get fit, do your work, and do all of it. They famous to say it. Yes. I get it. I see it. Her best friend was James. But I guess James said, I ain't working out. Because he's overweight. So he probably said, I can't keep up and don't need me doing it. I don't even know what the situation is. So now she's got a new boy, a new toy, a new gay man. I'm just saying.
Right. I thought you was going to comment on the fact that how on this specific podcast called, hold up, I quoted it, We Sound Crazy podcast, she was talking all about, honestly, Tamar is selling this so packaged version of herself that I'm almost curious to see what is she going to be talking about in this book, because it's not translating. She's talking all this spirituality, yes, must get Zen, but I don't see it translating.
What I see about Tamar is Tamar suffered probably with some sort of bipolar. But what I can say about Tamar, she could be sweet. Because I could hate Tamar, literally. Like, I can't watch her, just take her off. I just can't. And then there are times where she just melt my heart. So I know that I love Tamar.
Yes.
It's something about her character that pulls you in.
Yeah, most definitely.
You can't, I can't speak for you all. I know me. I can't hate her forever. She doesn't allow it. There's something sweet about her.
It really is.
It is something sweet about Tamar. And it's undeniable.
Yeah.
It's undeniable. And yet it's something that will make you just want to hate her. Just turn her off. She's that. So that's bipolar to me.
You're right. Hold on. Let me see what
she's got a personality disorder. Because she translates like that. You're right. On the camera, she translates. You never know what Tamar gonna show up.
Oh, she's a Pisces.
Two fish. And they're very spiritual.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, they are the peak of the heaven. But they also right there where we began with the first season, spring. So she's right there. Right there. I don't know when her birthday is. When is her birthday? Is she in the beginning or the middle or the end?
Let me see. Towards the end, March 17th.
So therefore, she's got a lot of that Aries.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of Aries.
And 17 adds up to an 8. So
she's an 8. So she's at the end of a cycle. And she's got a lot to learn. She's got a lot to work out in this lifetime. She's at the end of a cycle. And there's a lot she has to learn. It's a lot she's got to work out. And it's very important because this goes for her next lifetime. If you believe in those things. Yes. I do. If you don't, just say hocus pocus, billowing focus. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yep, so that was pretty much it about Tamar, because that was the last person we had to talk about, because like you said, she really didn't fit in with anything else. And
I don't even know why it's off. It's off. She ain't talk about her sister. I mean, when she came on, I thought that, especially when she was sitting down in a group, I said to Baby Crone, I said, what, it gone on? Because it was so, that was a check. That was a check. If you're not going to be a part of it, check out.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely will check out.
And let it be the Trina and Tawanda show. Because that's who's owning it.
Yeah, that's who really is owning it.
And Tawanda. The two ones that holds the most contempt. Yes. I don't know about Miss Evelyn. She's on the back burner. I don't want to disrespect the woman. You know, she's their mother, and I don't want to disrespect her. But if there's something about her that I see and I don't like, I just call it out. And like I said,
I don't think we mentioned
the brother.
Yes, the brother.
I'm going to do that now. How did I know? I know.
We're on the same wavelength.
And as for the brother, I don't know what's going on in his marriage, because him and his wife set apart. They didn't walk in together. They walked in a cluster, they didn't walk in. And I ain't get that.
Yep, he sat next to his dad, Mr. Braxton.
And he married a white woman. Was she obese? I'm just curious. I think so. And they had a little son. They had their little boy there. There's their oldest son. It's very attractive. And they had a baby boy on the side. And I think, if I'm not sure, didn't he the one that lost the daughter?
I think
Your phone is
so.
right
Okay.
there.
Who lost the daughter?
Did Michael Braxton lose a daughter? That's all you gotta, because they said that Lauren, I think her name was Lauren, and I'm wondering, was it his daughter? But I'm not sure. And baby gonna find that, and then I'm not sure, but it was good to see he was there.
Yes, he did lose a daughter named Lauren. Wow,
How
Lauren's
did she
a very
die?
popular name lately.
How did she die?
Passed away Monday due to issues related to heart condition, and that was in 2020, so 4 years ago.
So, and when did Tracy die?
In 22, yep.
So 2 years after. So they still dealing with that. And look at the brother, he still showed up at the father.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's character. None of you women showed up, not even you, Miss E, not you. That's your daughter. See, this is what kills me.
I remember that was a big thing in the media.
How everybody declared, oh, we loved her, This is not what you, but it's happening. You didn't get it. You followed her wishes.
Yep, you did.
That's her husband. You, I wish they could receive it. You followed her wishes. But that's her husband. He had a wish too. And he felt he needed that. He needed his family because y'all wasn't supporting him.
No. Mm-mm.
So if he didn't do this, who would he have?
Yeah, you're right. It's true.
You are missing this on I'm talking about Braxton's.
Mm-hmm.
Girls, you're missing it. And I hope that the sun shine and let y'all get rid of all that bitterness.
Please.
Because from what I see, y'all will never enter into heaven.
No.
Not as long as y'all hating on your brother-in-law. Call it what you want. But anytime when Tony said, have you considered talking to
she did.
And Trina said, no, Captain. What'd she say?
Yeah, no, Captain. No,
not happening, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Not. You do it. And then Tony gave this goofy look like,
she was just like, yeah, I'll do it.
No, she went, oh, I didn't know what that was. Like, was that? But what I do admire about Trina is, I'm not doing it, but if you want to do it, do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it just curious to me. After all these years, Trina's, I was there, and you ain't got no peace because you was someone can't sleep. Yes. I see why. Guilt. Call it what you want. You didn't show up at a funeral. Y'all would have been the icing on the cake. Y'all would have made such a big difference by showing up. Not for Tracy, because Tracy gone. Mm-hmm. But for her son.
Yes.
Who y'all claim y'all love so much. Who's he's saying love. I haven't been calling y'all. I'm trying to be a man. I only call when it's extreme emergency, which is fair.
It is fair.
Because I would never call my mother with anything petty. If I call my mother about me, it is because she's gonna know. Just the very fact I call. She's gonna be like, what's up? Calling for something. She'll know it in my voice.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I don't call her, I would never infringe on my elderly mother. She's in her right frame of mind. She's still a hellion. I love her to death. I love my mom, but she's still in her right frame of mind, and I love that. And so it's not like I can go to my mom and I could just sound a certain way and she will know what is it. Yeah. So I just feel as though, and this is all I'm going to say about that, I just feel as though it's over. But if you want to help the son, then y'all have to figure out a way to get them blended because y'all don't see it. But I do. If my husband did that to me, I would be livid. If he put my daughter over me, I would be livid. Wouldn't you? You've been with this man. I don't know if he was left anything. I don't know.
Yeah, that's up in the air.
But you saying, for good or for bad, I would have never did that to him. I would have made them both. what they call it, I can't think of the name, beneficiary. No, the ones that had the oversight over the will. Oh, as good as I know it. I would have made them both that, but I would never have humiliated my husband like that. And Tracy, I don't know what led you to do it, because you fought for that marriage as long as your eyes was open. I don't know what that last year was like for you, but your husband said that he was there every step of the way. What made you do this?
Yeah, for real.
This is not right. It is not right. I'm sorry.
An executor?
An executive. I would have made them both the executive of my will. I would have never done that. Mm-hmm. Never. And you can't make that man, and he said he got help. You can't tell that man how to grieve. Mm-hmm. He deserved that. If he wanted to do it, you all didn't. But if he said to her, he said that's not what she said. Who's to say she didn't say that?
Yeah, you were.
She could have said, you could do what you want to do. If that's what you need to do. We don't know. And I think that's where Tony is right. Who knows what goes on in the bed between a husband and a wife? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, right. You all are out of pocket. Mm-hmm. And I feel as though if you want peace, and if you really love Tracy, mm-hmm. you make peace with her spouse. Yes. I'm not saying you gotta love him. I'm not saying you gotta walk with him. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying make peace.
Yes, I do have a question.
Your questions come off like statements. So why don't you say you have a statement?
Well, actually, this one really is a question, because I want to know, could the sisters really be haunted by Tracy? Because they said that if they didn't, abide by Tracy's wishes, that they were going to be haunted. So maybe all this.
But the thing is how do they think Tracy Tracy would have felt if you treated her husband like this in real life? When she was alive, she would have never stood for this. Yeah, that's all she had. Yeah. And Tracy chose her life. Mm-hmm. Tracy chose to stay married. Tracy chose to have that boy. Tracy chose the family over the group. Yep. She chose. No matter how much y'all going back there and saying she won't, nobody cares. She chose. And that is something that Tracy had to live with. Okay. And she did. You're right. And it was hard, but y'all, now all this stuff is coming up and Tracy ain't a lifestyle. But thank you though, it makes good TV. Yes, that's the only thing. It's good. I give it a 10. I give this a 10 plus. You all are bringing it, and that's what we want. Yes. We want real tea. We want real tea. If you go, not that crazy stuff they give us on the Real Housewives and people get fired. That stuff should play out. Yeah. It should play out, and then after the season, decide who stay and who go. Exactly. And they sign contract. You work with us, no one is allowed to sue. Fair enough. If you got, that's what it would be. It would be, you're not allowed to sue on the show. Well, if it was really their lives, they wouldn't have to sue. No, like when they're switching up for a minute because I'm making a point. Mm-hmm. Like when Kenya showed those nudities or mm-hmm. whatever she did, I don't know, I didn't follow it. But she got fired. Mm-hmm. I feel so stuff like that need to stay and deal with it on air. Yeah. That's what makes TV. And this is what the Braxtons are doing. They are showing you, they're not sweeping it away and firing people. They're showing you. Yeah. This is real. Mm-hmm. This is what the consequences. Yeah. Show the producers saying this is not cool. That's what we want to see. Real TV. Yes. And what I say, to me, when it comes down to reality TV. Thank you. Next to Sister Wives. That's also real. I don't know about now because they haven't been on. That's but true. Last year, what we want is reality. Yes. And they're giving us reality. Mm-hmm. And I hope they could survive after. Yes. Because they pulling out a whole lot and they are bringing it. And this is the #1 show thus far in reality to me. Mm-hmm. They bringing it. And if you're not watching, watch it. It's good therapy. It is. It takes you in. You get to see these people for who they are. Yes. And it's showing me a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful, sad show. It's sad because we're dealing with death.
Mm-hmm.
If Tracy was alive, but let's say Tracy was alive, but she was in an institution, this show would be off the chain. But let's say Tracy was in no condition where she could talk because she had mentally breakdown or something. And they brought the show on. Something like that. But God forbid, because Tracy's gone, and that's God's business. And Tracy, try your best to rest in peace.
Please.
But I didn't know that the Braxtons was this broken.
No.
That's a broken family.
It is.
As so many Black families, white families, Asian families, Hispanic family, Indian families, African family. I'm missing, Puerto Ricans. I just don't know what
so many out there. Every race family.
Every race, there is dysfunction. And they are showing the dysfunction. And one thing I've learned is every time death brings out the frailty in a family.
It really does.
It brings out the frailty. And I hope that somehow that Trina and Tawanda,
please,
can find peace. Because they need it.
You do.
And with that being said, is there anything you want to say?
Nothing at all.
All right, this supposed to have been 30 minutes and I went 16 minutes over. But I feel good that I got a chance to share it with you all. And with that being said, please, if you like what we had to say, at least my opinion.
Yes,
thumb it up.
Thumb up.
Thumb it down. Hope not. Thumb down. It's okay, it's all good. Let me know you watched.
Yes.
And if you have a comment, instead of thumbing down, make your comment.
Yes.
I love it. We
Yes.
really appreciate you, and you know we love you, and we're just bringing it to you real how we feel, okay?
Yes.
How I feel. What about you, baby?
Yeah, and how I feel.
And with that being said, sunflowers.